Now, I believe I made this video a while ago, but before I get into the video, I saw Top Gun uh, Maverick, and let me tell you without spoilers, that was beautiful, man. That was a fucking beautiful movie. There were times that I was laughing, and there were times I was just in tears at the movie. There were times I was going, "Oh my god!" I want to tell you, but I remember a while back that you hated me doing spoilers in my video, and I wasn't really good at doing movie reviews. But I can't. You gotta see. If you've already seen it, you know I'm going with the scenes. Oh man, these scenes are mind blowing. Anyway, that was the good news. The bad news is that COVID has made a comeback. So let me get this straight. COVID dies down. We don't hear anything about it for a while, and the news comes on again saying, well, it's like a movie sequel. It's back, and I'm like, oh. Now I've done a test today, and I'm clean. I came out negative, and I'm good. I don't have it, but last year when it did come out, I had it twice, and I made a video about that saying I had COVID, and then I made another one saying I had COVID again. And at the times, my subscribers and my friends were saying, I hope you get well. It's not good to have it because you have to stay in the room for 10 days, which if I did have it, I would not be looking forward to that because it's just the isolation of being in your room for 10 days, and you can't go out and get your clothes clean. You can't go anywhere. You have to stay in, and you have to be bored all the time. It's boring. I don't have it. Like I said, I just took a test and it came out negative. Thank God for that. But the thing is, it's like, what is a good way of putting this? It's like, let's say Jaws. It's like Jaws' revenge. It's back, and I'm like, what? What? We stopped wearing masks. We don't have to. We stopped taking the shots, and it was supposed to have died down. Only to realize the news says, "Oh, it's come back." So now we're taking the tests again, and I remember about a week ago saying, "Oh man, we've had to take these tests for a while," and I was saying it as a joke, and I didn't think that we'd have to come back to take them again. So I've just taken my test today, and it came out, like I said, it came out negative. Lucky break on that one, but I was like, at the same time, oh my, because I just got back from the movies with my friends, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I thought the first thing I was actually going through my mind going, well, I was with a small group and I was pretty close to, because I was trying to spread myself out in the seats so I wouldn't get it, because COVID only you can only get COVID if you're in a pretty close group, and I thought I'll spread myself out, and then my friends came up and said, oh, he's over here, he's sat in this area, and we were all sat at the front watching Top Gun Maverick again. That Jesus Christ, Tom Cruise, man, this guy pushes himself to the limits and beyond when he does his movies. Like in one of his movies, one of his Mission Impossible movies, he broke his ankle, and like a trooper, he kept going. And there's this one scene in, I believe, two. Do you remember the knife scene when the knife nearly touches his eye? That wasn't CGI. That was real. That was like literally real. So point that could have killed him. And this scene from him hanging from the plane, it was all real. This guy is absolutely insane, and it is all his own stunts. And I'm like, this guy is Tom Cruise always pushes himself to the limit. On I got something in my hand. There's a small little bug on now. And Tom Cruise, he's kind of like, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of bullshit for this saying this, but he's kind of like Nick Cage, hit or miss. The Mummy remake for me, it was a miss. I've never watched it again. It's not because it's a female mummy. It's the it's the fact that they've told the story again, put a twist on it. I mean, the female mummy is okay, but Imhotep was always a guy. But it didn't it didn't connect to the first three mummy films. They tried to reboot the movie series again, and it was just if it had been Brendan Fraser as the hero instead of Tom Cruise, it might have worked, and I might have liked it a bit more. I like they were going for a twist, but I've ne- I literally never watched that again. Let me tell you some movies that I have never watched again because they've been so disappointing. The Mummy remake, the um, Batman and Robin with George Clooney. Never watched it. Sharknado made 5 films. I haven't watched any of them because the first one disappointed me. Um, Twilight Saga. Never watched them again after that. Don't care for those. I don't. Don't even get me started. I will smack the crap out of you if you get me started on any of the 50 Shades of Black. I hate all of those films. All of them. They're dog shit films. And Dumb and Dumber 2 and the prequels were god awful films. I have never watched them again. When Harry Met Lloyd, awful because it was them when they're younger and it is just the acting is awful. And Dumb and Dumber 2 destroyed that franchise. It completely destroys it. Anything else, only the classic one matters. But Dumb and Dumber 2 and When Harry Met Lloyd are dog are dog shit. I have never watched some of those films. Never. Never in a million years have I watched them. I tried watching Sharknado, and don't get me wrong, I love a good Jaws film. I do. I love a good shark film if it works. But when you can see the sharks, when you can see the CGI on the sharks and what they do, it's like, so let me get this straight. You were eaten by a shark. The woman was also dangling from a helicopter. She was eaten by a shark. Whole, mind you. And the shark blew up with her inside her. And she was perfectly fine. And I'm like, no. If the shark blows up with her inside it, she's pretty much dead as well. I was like, no. No. Why did this get so many sequels? Why? Sharknado got 5 films and a fault calling and the people who love it. I'm like, I'm not a fan. I'm not. Think about this script for a second. A tornado hits, I think, California, and these sharks get soaked up into the twister, and it's called Sharknado. And I'm like, this is so stupid. This is so fucking This is worse than Beaver Zombies. And I watched that and I was like, this is horseshit. And I don't get me wrong, I love B movies. I like the old shitty, crappy vampire bat on a string movies. I love those. Don't get me wrong, I love those movies. But if I'm going, this is shit. I'm surprised that I have said that Sharknado to me personally is shit. But that's a story for another time. But so COVID is back again. And that's kind of a letdown because now we're going to have to start wearing masks again. We're going to have to start putting distance between ourselves and be careful when we go out places. Oh man, it's so sad because my mom and dad were going to go on vacation. My brother's going on vacation. It's like, oh, why? Why did this have to happen now, man? Shit. Anyway, if you've got, well, I don't think you have, but if you've got COVID, hang in there, man. I wish you all well. So far, I'm clean. I don't have it. I've just, like I said, I took a test. It came out negative. Thank God for that. Dodged the bullet on that one. Let me tell you, man, I've had COVID before and it's no fun. So yeah, peace out. And if you've got if you've got COVID, hang in there, yeah. We're rooting for you to get better. And remember, it's only 10 days until you get out. I've been there, I've done that. It's not that bad. It's just the isolation kind of gets to you. But the sad matter is to come back from the movies and to take a test is like, I just came back from Top Gun and that to me that's not that good information. That's not even good news to me. That's bad news. If he'd said to me, "Oh, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news," I would be like, "Okay, what's the good news? Oh, did you enjoy the movie Merrick?" Yeah. It was just straight out. Oh, I'm sorry to knock on your door. I've got some bad news. COVID is back. I was like, oh, come on. But hang in there, yeah. Whoever's got COVID, hang in there and keep fighting it. Hopefully, again, this dies down within 2 weeks. I don't think it'll stay longer than like it did before. 2 weeks for a few months, maybe.